Right, this live stream is pretty much these tiles. Now, I've siphoned a minute ago. They've already pooed a little bit, look. But I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to keep these tiles or not. Now, the issue I've got is stuff gets trapped in between the tiles and down the sides. Now, this tank, because I've got a piece of painted board underneath, it wasn't so much of a problem anyway. I mean, piranha, when they see their reflection off the bottom, they can freak out a little bit. But this didn't really happen too much in this tank because, like I said, there's a board underneath the tank which was painted sort of whitish. So they didn't really have an issue with reflection. So what I'm going to do is a little test. Is I'm going to, like I said, I've siphoned already, and now I'm going to remove these tiles, and I want to see how much poo suddenly shows itself when I start pulling the tiles out. Now, if there's a lot of poo that shows itself, that's pretty much going to help me decide to not put the tiles back. But when you're siphoning with tiles, you do find yourself, it takes longer to siphon because you're trying to siphon stuff up in the cracks. You're messing about with a lot. It's a little bit tedious, to be honest. But I just want to see how much poo is actually trapped under here. Obviously, over a long period of time, could cause a lot of trouble. So I'll just go and get a bowl. Right, we'll start pulling out the tiles, and like I said, I want to see how much poo suddenly starts to show. Right. I can get them out. Cool, there's a waft come up already. I like to know what I'm dealing with. I don't want to load. Cool, there's loads already. That's just 2 tiles. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. And I have actually siphoned what I thought I siphoned already. I don't like this, you don't know what's underneath them. Already it looks like I need to siphon again. Because that is bad. You can't really see, I don't think you can see it online, I don't know. It's hard to tell. And also with these tiles, as they're quite thick, so they bring the bottom up sort of 6 mil. So all of a sudden, you've got a smaller tank. I bet my fish are thinking, I wish he'd make his mind up. Now, let's think about this for a minute. I basically siphoned this tank a second ago. Now I got these tiles up. You've got an awful lot. I don't know if how well you can see that, but you've got an awful lot of poo. It suddenly showed itself. This is what I'm worried about. And you've got a bit of what looks like mould or fungus or something building up on the sides on the rubber. So that's pretty much helped me decide actually. I will be leaving the tiles out of this tank. What the other tank, I don't know. I mean, this bottom here, it looks like you can see a reflection, but when you look from the top, it's actually the wood underneath is slightly painted, so they can't see much of a reflection of themselves, so they don't really freak out that much. So I'm going to leave those tiles out, I think, because that's an awful lot of poo for a tank I thought I just siphoned and it was clean. I don't like that. I do like a bare bottom, to be honest. I know it's not always ideal for the fish, but from a maintenance point of view, and I'll have a bare bottom on this one and think about the backing, what to do for the backing as a priority. Yes. And if that one's like that, God knows what the big tank's like. Problem with my big tank is it does reflect quite a bit on the bottom, and it does freak out the fish quite a bit, but I don't know if I can carry on with tiles, whether it's doable over a long period of time, bearing in mind the mess that's been hidden. Right. So I'm just going to carry on with the siphoning of this tank now, because although I've done it once, it obviously isn't clean. Right, because I do like a clean, yeah, there's loads of bits on the sides. I do like a clean tank. Oh God, there's loads on the sides on the rubber. I'm starting to get that fungus build up, whatever it is, mould. I've done the right thing there. I think I'm going to have to do it with the big tank as well, to be honest. I keep messing with the stability of my tanks. I had a pH problem with that one, the big one, when I took the sand out. Got it under control, but I haven't found a substrate or a bottom that I like. To be honest, like I said, my favourite bottom is a bare bottom, to be honest, from a maintenance point of view. That big tank I got, I really wish I painted the bottom underneath before I started using it, but I didn't know anything about it when I got that one. I was new to it and I didn't realise what needed to be done for my tanks personally. Most of them better already. It felt like a constant battle when I was siphoning with the tiles, because you always trying to get in the sides and the cracks and the backs, and just when you siphon, a fish would come along, swish its tail, and all of a sudden poo would come up from one of the cracks. And I'm thinking, oh great, that ain't working very well. So this is staying as a bare bottom. And over time, hopefully I can get rid of all this extra stuff that shouldn't have been there. Been there for weeks since I put the tiles in. At least I get that under control now. Come on guys, that way. Well, those tiles in that other tank have been in a lot longer, so I can only imagine what it's like in there underneath and that. So although that tank is going to give off a reflection, I think I might take them up now as well while I'm doing this. I'm not happy with tiles. I thought I'd be happy with tiles, but it's trapping a lot of fluid inside and underneath. And it's harder to siphon, like I said, because you're always messing about with the cracks and the gaps and everything. I'm trying to get the poo out. That's looking better already. Right. Got to try and move you guys for the moment. Ooh. I'm all tangled up trying to film and do something at the same time. It's not easy. Oh, there we go. Right. At least you can see something now. I'll get myself organised. God, loads of poo. I lifted those tiles out and loads of poo showed itself. And around the edges, loads of poo's been stuck. And I've not been sucking it out, and you can see it's got all like fungi around it. Most definitely. Right, got to get all these tiles out of here now. Go on, make work for myself, I tell you. I noticed with Reggie, if you come in confidently, he's not such a bully boy. I don't know what I'm going to do about this in this tank, but I'm getting the tiles out. I'm worried about the disease it could create. I'm already seeing a lot of poo already.
Yeah.
I siphoned this one a minute ago as well. I was talking to the camera then. And there's loads of poo here. It's like you haven't siphoned it.
Oh, really?
I'm talking to live stream. Bloody woman. My missus keeps thinking I'm talking to her. Of course, still got sand underneath as well. Right, I'll get that out. God, I'm doing a. I've had the siphon going all that time. I'm basically doing another bloody water chain almost. Messing about with this. Right. Start to some more siphoning now. Get rid of the poo I just found. Oh, trying to get in here. Cool, yeah. I'll probably regret this later when I sit down and I look at the tank, but I don't like not knowing what I'm dealing with. And that's how I felt with the tiles. I didn't know what I was dealing with underneath. Now I know. Loads of poo. And you find there's quite a lot because it's been stuck down the sides by the rubber. It's stuck on the rubber, and there's a lot of, I don't know, it's fungi, beneficial bacteria, what is built up around it. I'm probably going to ruin the chemistry in me friggin' tank again doing all this. Never mind, I have to keep an eye on it, give it a test, keep a good eye on it for a while. There's a lot of old sand there still from the previous substrate trapped underneath the tiles. Obviously didn't do it properly. I cleaned it all. Sand gets everywhere, that's the problem. I know it's not good for the fish, but as far as maintenance is concerned, I do love a bare bottom. I know I said it already. There's definitely a lot of stuff stuck to the rubber sealant on the sides. Oh, sorry. Sorry about the noise on the microphone. This side wasn't as bad. That little tank was definitely bad. Watch, block your ears up. Oh. Sorry, Jules, I keep messing around, don't I? Just get all this stuff off the seals on the sides, really. Because that's all on this one as well. Right. Oh God, I forgot about fry. Jesus. I just realised the fry was in hardly any water. I keep forgetting about them. I'm not used to having them. Luckily, I noticed just in time. Jeez, that was close. Right, I need to go and get the tap now to fill up. Right. I suppose you'll decide to sit in the way now, cat eye, right in the way.
Oh. What's going on?
Right, so that's the tiles out. Give them a few bubs. Ooh, I've got to put the treat the water. Let's treat the water. There you go. Got usually sodium thiosulfate. I've done a new batch the other day. I'll use the other lot up. Only a smidgen in this tank. And that's that water going into that one. Of course, I do the water changes. Right, that's that one nearly done. So I'll just stick you over here. Watch this side in a minute. Sorry. Right, gonna top that up now. Oh, treat the water. Right, that's the water going in. Well, that's it. I'm just filling that tank up, then I should be finished. So I should be signing off now. See you again.